Hi everybody, well, in the first stage we shall create an advanced purling. For this we use experimental advanced purling. There you can change the feature scale to wilders, mountains and continents. Now you can change the persistence, but here you have the used parameters. Now you can change the angle of the camera, just left click over the mountains. Go to the 3D view to see how it works. Now we shall add the layout generator. With this option you can create a masking over the surface. Thus you can select the area where the previous advanced palette will affect. It works like Max. For this we use the box. Now right click over this to change the parameters. We had a mistake, the small point, but we can let it. Okay. Now edit shape properties. Change the fall off distance, opacity strength. Okay, and you can play with the fall off profile curve. I recommend you to use the lock preview using the final node, and once you lock the final node you can go to the 3D view and take a look how it affects the final terrain. Now go back to the node, the device. Now we shall try to play with the terrace. There are no rules about this kind of stuff. You should try to play with different parameters and see how they affect the terrain. I recommend you to use different reference from real maps and terrains using photos, because you can understand better how it looks in real life. Now log preview, thus you can see the final wielded node. You go to the set terrain color, you can change the color of the terrain, but it works for the preview, for the 3D view. For the colorize your scene, we can use the colorizer, but during the next step. Now it is time to go to natural and add the erosion node. For this we use the preset good with race, and we use the reconstruction type in standard. Okay, and we change the filter strength. Now go to 3D view, and here you can see how it works. Here you can change the project settings. I recommend you to increase the resolution. Now for this we use the colorizer. You can download this macro from the website of War Machine. Now we should connect the outputs of the erosion node, the first 4 outputs to the first inputs of colorizer macro node. Now to see how it works, we can use the overlay view. The overlay view now discrete to merge different nodes as the mesh with another node. In this case we merged the terrain with the node of the color. Now I recommend you to lock the final node to see how it works in the 3D view. Here you can play with different parameters, trying to improve your final resolution. Don't worry about the results in the 3D view, because before to look at the final resolution, we should try to focus on the details, on the common details, not in small details. But for this, we can reconstruct a good mountain resolution. Try to focus on the flow, because it creates a great map. And give you great effects. Well, now once you get a good color, go back to the Davis view. Now for this we about the height map, because we export the mesh using a low resolution level. So to recover the final details, we can use the normal map. Here we use a simple mesh reduction. You can select the specified output file, and there you can save your mesh using write output to disk. Now to create the normal map, we use the converter map maker. This map is awesome to recover the final details once we build the complete scene. For this we should try to use TIFF. Now to export the high output, you can use this, but for this case we don't use the high output because we use a lower resolution of the mesh. Now it is time to build all the nodes. Just click on build. Okay, now we build all the nodes. Now to see all the details, go to the 3D view, just wait some seconds, and now you can see how it works. Awesome results. Take a look at those details. Wow, now we have all the exported maps. Now we shall go to Maya, import the terrain, go to reduce, and we use 80% to reduce the original resolution of the terrain. Now go to Arnold, go to subdivision and use these parameters. Now we should go to import shade to create the different shaders. Use it for this tutorial. For the terrain shader we use a standard surface. We should create a base color using the exported diffuse map. In the specular we use the flow map. For the flow map, I forgot to mention that you can connect the erosion output through the node colorizer. Use a grayscale and connect the output of the colorizer to a bitmap node. Thus you can export the flow map. Now for stones we used a common surface shader. We used different random maps. Nothing special. For a small car, we use simply a car shader. Now you should try to change the view over the scene and create the camera from view. Now use a field guide using 16 millimeters theatrical to get a good cinematic view. Now in the render settings we use EXR to keep a good resolution of the final render, and right depth we use a total of 10, and now we should export the render to Photoshop, and here we added a small dust and smoke. For this we use it like a car truck. Now we shall paint the areas to increase the shadows using a soft light like blending mode. In the levels we change the levels moving the sliders. Here you can create the color grading, and we added some curves to increase the contrast. Now we merged all the previews in a single layer. We duplicate the layer and create a small blur over this using a small radius to break the small details. Okay, and now in the final step we created curves to increase the lighting and exposure on this work, and that is all.